Well, hello and welcome to everybody out there in Pizza World. I'm Brian Hernandez, and today I'm going to be rebroadcasting, pirating the signal, and broadcasting it to you, the Real California Pizza Contest. I could not be a more proud director of this U.S. Pizza team to have 3 of our U.S. Pizza team members in a total of, I believe it's either 9 or 12 competitors. So we're either a third or a quarter of all the competitors, so I'm very excited to see how my guys and girls do. We have Leah Scroto of Pizza Leah in Windsor, California. I cannot remember what category she's in, any of them actually. But we also have Michael Bacon, a new member of the U.S. Pizza team from Danger Von Dempsey's in South Dakota. He's been doing a lot of really good stuff that we've been seeing this past year, in fact. So we're really excited to have him on the team, as well as another guy from Danger Von Dempsey's, David Solom, who actually did well at Expo. And then, of course, we have Lars Smith of State of Mind Public House and Pizzeria in Los Altos, California. This is his 3rd year running in this competition, I believe. So I'm very excited. I hope they all do well. I'm looking forward to seeing some great pizzas. The judges are going to be phenomenal. You got Tony Gimignani, Glenn Cebulski, and then last year's winner, Ricky Webster, going to be judging all these pizzas. And last year there was a very separate component where it was all done by on-site cooks, so the pizziolos didn't actually make their submission. But this year they're there, they're live in person, they're making their own pizzas, and they're going to be presenting it to the judges. So it is truly a representation of what they do. So very excited to see what's going to come up. I'm actually going to be watching it live while I'm broadcasting it to you. So if you want to go ahead, you can put live comments and stuff up in the Facebook comment section. But I'm going to go ahead and, jump over here. It said it's supposed to start 1 minute ago, but I do remember last year it took them a little bit of time to get it all started. So I will now forego my wonderful face so that you guys can watch this pizza competition. And there you go. And then you should be able to hear the audio. Let me see. It might be live now. I just hit the play. Maybe not. Who knows? But as soon as it starts, I will close my hole. That's where my boss went. Steve Green in the background. I wonder why he stayed longer in California. Mystery solved.
We are now live at the Culinary Institute of America at Copia in Napa Valley. My name is Jennifer Jambroni with the California Milk Advisory Board, and I'd like to say how proud I am to host all of our incredible pizza chefs today and for us to sponsor this competition. What's at stake is not only cash prizes, but also national recognition. We are awarding today $5,000 to each of our pizza category winners, as well as a $10,000 grand prize winner. Before announcing our chefs and our creations, we want to first hear from our esteemed panel of judges to get their insight on the pizzas that they tasted here today. Our judges who share California Dairy's passion and love of pizza are a very distinguished group. They are pizza champions as well as esteemed restaurateurs. I'd like to introduce and have a nice round of applause for Glenn Cebulski, Tony Jim, and we have Tony Gemignani. And of course, our 2020 pizza champion, Ricky Webster. Welcome. So judges, let's start with you, Tony. Tell me about your overall impression of the 12 pizzas that you tasted today.
So today I was pretty blown away. I've judged a lot of competitions all around the world. And, you know, the plant forward category is one of the categories you say, okay, you know, what's this going to be like? To tell you the truth, that was probably my favorite category. There was definitely a standout in that category that I won't say yet, but it pretty much blew me away. The cheeses used in every category were definitely a standout, especially the Stero Gold on one pizza in particular that just blew my mind. I thought that was amazing. And of course, you have that pepper jack on one of the pizzas that stood out, and then the mozzarellas and everything. But yeah, no, I was pretty impressed. It was everyone did an amazing job. It's a tough to compete, especially with what's going on in the world, to really get behind in that kitchen, in a kitchen that you've never really cooked in before, and to use those ovens that you never baked in before. Everyone did an exceptional, great job. So good job. Thank you.
That's awesome. And how about you, Glenn? Now, this is your third year of judging. So how did our competitors do this year?
Competitors did really great. I was a little off because I had helped Tony so much to understand, about the pizzas, but for the third year, it just keeps on getting better and better. And the competition this year, last year was a little bit of an anomaly because of COVID, but the CIA chefs did a great job in representing the chefs last year. It's nice to have the chefs be able to cook here, even in different conditions that they're not used to cooking in. So there was, you really had to look at the pizza, taste the pizza, understand the flavor profiles that were layered there. But there were, most all the pizzas were represented with the phenomenal California cheeses that we have. And I think that's one of the showcases. I mean, the cheese is the star. You've got great crust sauce cheese, and then you put the toppings around it. There were absolutely flat out dead ringers. There was, we don't talk much when we're judging pizzas and stuff like that. But when I looked down the line, looked at Ricky and caught his eye and caught Tony's eye, no doubt that it's really it's nice. And we don't know who made these pizzas, so it's just as exciting for us. But it's a great representation for the California Milk Advisory Board. There's a lot of people here that are very deserving of this win. I think all of you are deserving of this win. For those of you who came a long way to do this, whether you win, lose, or draw, you're not losers. You're all winners because you're here. You beat out a lot of people. And for us reading the recipes, at home in our offices, it's difficult. For as many years as we all have in the industry, it's still very difficult to try and assimilate what that's going to taste like. There were some just phenomenal pizzas.
That's awesome. And how about you, Ricky? This is, of course, your first year on this side of the table. So it must have been quite a different experience being able to kind of be judging the entries and not be under pressure.
It's not easy, guys, okay? No, this is my third year as well, competing the last 2 years where you guys are sitting now, and with last year, kind of being this virtual event. This was great to be able to come back one final time, this time as a judge, and celebrate everything that the Milk Advisory Board is doing, and the amazing produce and cheese and everything in California that we have at our fingertips here. And the cheeses were widespread across the board, but it's not easy. Like I was like, I need a little pep talk first. Like, would you give me some tips and hints, guys, because we have a lot to taste, and I want to make sure that I'm doing you guys justice. But again, not knowing who made what and really not conversing a whole lot, just like Glenn said, looking down that line and going, this one is phenomenal, or God, that nailed it, or whatever. It was a lot of fun, and I'm just grateful to be back this year.
You always look over me.
Well, I
Well, let's talk a little bit about the categories themselves. Ricky, you have the microphone. What's your impression of like the plant forward category? I know Tony talked a little bit about it, but the entries this
just
year.
like Tony said, it's maybe not one that right off the bat you're like, yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I love meat and cheese and all the goodies that we all do in this industry, but times are changing, and plant forward is a huge focus, and I think demand from our customers and the people that we are serving. But this, you guys blew it out of the water. Everything was fresh, just local, in-season produce. I mean, exactly what you want to feel and taste and see on these pizzas. Beautiful color, and the color just, again, coming from that produce, the vibrancy. You could taste it, you could see it, and it rang true, and it told a story. And I was very, very blown away and surprised, and it was fantastic.
And Tony, how about our real Californian? This is really spotlighting things nearest and dearest to us native Californians.
For sure. So when you think of, California, it's anything and everything, salmon, you have a ricotta pizza that's blended with some pesto and roasted garlic. And, you look down the line, and I'm looking at all these pizzas. You have a Chinese pizza that had every flavor possible, right? Like you had hot, spicy, right? Sweet. So I think that's probably the hardest to judge, because it's so diverse. But man, all of them were spectacular. I loved them, and the flavors really popped. And the use of cheeses, those California cheeses came out, and that's what's most important about this competition is not just having the best pizza or the best baked pizza. It's just like, how did that California cheese shine through? And certain pizzas really shine through, and others maybe were a little muted. But everyone did an amazing job. It's just like I said earlier. It's just, you guys did a really great job.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And Glenn, now Calmex is an interesting category because it really does blend like the best of California and of course those wonderful flavors of Mexico. So how about our entries this year? And again, you've tasted 3 years worth of entries in this category.
Yeah, not only the 3 years of tasting, but can somebody mute him? Wait a minute. But the diversity is what I appreciate. There was a pizza that you took a bite of, and I'm down in LA in some random neighborhood, and I've got a street corner guy giving me some food, and that's exactly what it tasted like. This is California. California is a melting pot, and the diversity not only of the cheeses that were used, but the other California ingredients as well. So it was really amazing. I think there was a lot of great thought put into this. For me, simple is better. What's my go-to pizza? It's a freaking pepperoni pizza. And again, there were some of our contestants that talked about food and family and bringing all that together. Well, that's what I ate growing up. Every Saturday night, my dad would buy one, and that was a big deal. So there were simple yet complicated, if that makes sense, different pizzas that had a lot of different ingredients on it, but the acidities were light. The sweetnesses were complementary to where when you took a bite, you could actually taste what the chef envisioned in that creation, how they wanted it to lay on your palate, how they wanted it.
Well, there you go. Live broadcast in the day of live broadcast. That's not me. I got like 300 up and down, guys. That's why I'm here in my partially painted studio waiting to broadcast. So they have been talking a lot about what the California competition is all about, some of the flavors. It's really trying.
Thank you all so much for your expertise. And of course, that does bring us to our big announcement and our prize winners. We're so pleased to, of course, welcome you today. But before we do, I'd love to introduce our CEO, John Talbot, CEO of this California Milk Advisory Board. He's going to share a few words and insights.
Thanks, Jen. And thanks to all our contestants and our judges. It's been a wonderful day. I'd like to remember, though, the last 18 months has not been easy, particularly for the food service industry. A lot of restaurants have been shut down. And probably the one shining light in the entire industry has been pizza. Pizza's done actually very well. And you could say, yeah, it's about, we already had the takeout and delivery wired. We knew how to do that. But you think about it, and pizza is one of the probably most vital, indispensable elements of the American diet. That's why it's done well. And you 9 judges epitomize that. And today was amazing to see what you have done to elevate a very simple food to an art form. In really the truest sense of that word. I think of 2 words really, when I looked at what was going on today, there was passion and there was creativity. Just hearing your interviews this morning was amazing. Just your backgrounds and how you got into this business. What do you think about pizza? It was just fabulous stories. And I wish everybody could hear those stories. But then the innovation part, the creativity, the bringing together new ideas was really, really amazing and wonderful to watch and experience. So thank you all again for joining us and best of luck.
Yeah, now we get to the good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, John. So now, of course, the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to start with our plant forward category. We want to thank our 4 chef competitors. Again, I think you heard all of the wonderful comments on your pizzas. We loved your inspiration stories. When I call your name, please come up to the front, stand in front of here, and then we'll get to the big time awards. So starting with Michael Bacon from Aberdeen, South Dakota. Right on. Come on down. I feel like a game show host, Patrick Costa from Los Angeles, California. Spencer Glenn from Pacific Grove, California. And Lauren Katz from Ashburn, Virginia. So, John, who is our category winner?
All right. The plant forward category winner is Spencer Glenn.
All right, congratulations, Spencer. Good job.
Here is your award.
Congratulations.
And of course,
Yes,
you got to have the big check.
Oh.
Congratulations. All right, thank you so much.
Spencer.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, pick up the mic there a minute. So we can say that for him. So, how do you feel?
Spectacular.
All right, excellent.
That was easy.
So what was the inspiration for this pizza?
I used to cook butternut squash with my grandfather growing up, and so it was always just something that was dear to my heart, and something I've been able to start showing up a 5-year-old, so being able to start showing my daughter how to cook and stuff like that. It's been a nice little generational thing that we can pass on, and kind of wanted to express that in a pizza.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you. Here you go. No, you can sit down. All right. Okay, our next. And our next category is really kind of a wild card, as we talked about. It's the real Californian. So it's really anything that kind of expresses California. Again, please, when you hear your name, come up to the front. Cliff Buchanan from Bodega, California. We got a repeat. Lauren Katz from Ashburn, Virginia. Dean Knoll from New Hartford, New York. And Leah Skirdo from Windsor, California. All right, John.
Okay, and the winner of the Real Californian Pizza category is Leah Skirto.
Yeah.
Here you
There you go, Leah.
are.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Leah.
Thank you. It's pretty awesome.
How do you feel?
In that order.
Sorry.
I thought someone else was bringing it.
The F word wanted to come out. I had to stop myself. This is awesome.
All right. Well,
Really stoked on
here's
this.
just to make it official. There we go. All right. And real quick, what inspired you for this pizza?
So the two different things. So one of them for the plant forward category, or I'm sorry, the Real California was just being in California. To me, two quintessential California items are garlic and artichokes. This pizza was originally created and named after my nephew, Nico. And he had been in Sicily. My great-grandfather is from Cefalù. And my brother had taken his family to Sicily, and Nico came back, and he wants to make cacio e pepe pizza.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we were doing family pizza night at the house, and so it's like, okay, we're doing black pepper and Reggiano, but I only had a sterile gold, so we did it that way and added a couple extra items in there and created a pizza with my nephew together.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, thanks
Awesome.
a lot.
Thank you.
All right. And so our final category is Calmex. This is, again, the blend of the bounty of California and our favorite flavors from Mexico. When I call your name again, please come to the front of the room. We have Steven Barantes from San Jose, California. Another couple of repeats. We have Cliff Buchanan from Bodega, California. Spencer Glenn from Pacific Grove, California. And Lars Smith from Los Altos, California. All right, John.
All right, and the winner is for the Calmex category, Spencer Glenn.
Wow. Congrats, Spencer.
Here you go, Spencer.
Congratulations again. Did you expect that?
I did not.
All right.
No, I was happier with the plant forward one than I was with this one in terms of my execution of it. So I'm blown away.
All right. Well, obviously the judges like this pizza. What do you think was?
We always judge ourselves the hardest, you know.
All right.
Yep.
But what was it that they liked about this pizza?
My bake on it was phenomenal. On the crust, I mean, it was just board straight, perfectly crispy. I wish I had put a little bit more cheese on it. But other than that, I mean,
right.
I couldn't have cooked it better. So.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
Now he's just got to find a big bank to cash those big checks.
All right.
All right, great. Thanks a
Well,
lot.
thank you. Well, you should probably stay up.
Okay.
We're getting to that final moment. This is our grand prize. So this we select from all the top points across the board. And this, yes, and so our two category winners. Give them a round of applause. So this, our grand prize winner will win an additional $10,000. So very exciting prize. And John, I'm gonna gonna leave all the hard work to you on this one.
The
So,
hard work,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So again, thank you to all of our competitors. On behalf of California Milk Advisory Board and our California dairy families, pleased to announce that the grand prize winner of the Real California Pizza Contest is Spencer Glenn.
Mhm. Good job, Spencer.
Congratulations.
All right, congratulations again.
Thank you. I'm gonna smile for
You know, we've got
I'm not being smiled.
even one more big check for you. There we go.
Right on.
Wow.
All right.
Right on. Thank you, John. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you all for joining us
You
here
got your
today.
medal.
You know, it's been such a pleasure. You know, we represent California's dairy families. And so it's an honor to be here, not only representing our 1,200 dairy farm families who produce the cheese that goes on all of these wonderful pizzas, but also to welcome you all to our family. You are all winners, and we've really enjoyed just enjoying your creations. We cannot thank our judges enough for being here and for your expertise. I mean, that is really tough work to blind judge that many pizzas and be able to really honor what's been put on the plate, and we're so thankful. For those of you watching us on Facebook Live, obviously you will be able to taste all of these creations yourself. We will be sharing these on our food service site at realcaliforniamilk.com/food service. And again, on behalf of the California Milk Advisory Board, we'd love to thank the Culinary Institute of America here at Copia. It's a beautiful facility. Everyone watching, everyone supporting our pizza makers, our food service providers. You know, they are essential parts of our community. So let's make sure that we maintain them in business. And thank you for joining us today. So we hope that you will join us next year for the 2022 Real California Pizza Contest. Your pizza makers, start preparing your creations now, because we'd love to see your entries, and we hope to see all of you again next year as well. So thank you all so much.
Last year I went through a tornado.
Muted the whole time. Sorry. I was trying to show you all those pictures. I hope you got to see them. I want to thank everybody for joining us. If you want to find out more about the U.S. Pizza Team, please go to uspizzateam.com. You can see more of Leah's competition pies from years past, as well as Lars. And soon, Michael Bacon, now that he's a new member, we're going to get some pictures of his stuff up there. But want to wish everybody a happy National Pizza Month. Go hug a pizza maker of your choosing, and just be safe and be kind to each other. We'll see you guys next time, and thank you guys for joining.